Hey, I'm Ben Butts, the guy who got the idea to put Tricky into Friday Night Funkin' and actually did it after a few weeks, I guess you can say that. Just looked at the Twitter post I made yesterday, where I asked everyone that was following me at least on there to ask questions if you had any, for the occasion that our mod has over 500,000 downloads and over 1 million clicks on the page, and that it just isn't even counting the other people that saw it via YouTube.
Yeah! Was that the bite of 87?
Or Twitch.
How the fuck?
Or any other way, right? That's just fucking huge to me personally. I would have never thought I would be in such a big project. When I started it, I thought it was gonna be maybe a few people, right? I didn't think it would actually, get this big. And to me, of course, there's some people that might say that 1 million isn't big, which is ridiculous to me, in my opinion, because 1 million is a shit ton of people. I also gained a lot of people following me on Twitter, subscribers on YouTube. To me, those numbers are pretty big, and I just wanted to make a video on it, and I thought a cam would be the best idea because it would be more personal, right? Instead of, just drawing a bunch of PNGs of my character. But yeah, this video is about answering questions that people are asked, in this case me, just in general. Some are tricky related, some are not. 1. What are you planning to do after finishing the third song for Tricky? And 2. Which Madness Combat episode is your favorite? Right now it's planned to make the Castle Crashers Boss Rush mode, which is just, for now, planned to be a 1 week of 6 different songs of 6 different characters, in this case the bosses or the main bosses of Castle Crashers. It'll take a long time, a very long time, but we'll do it. Afterwards, we don't really know yet, or I don't. I thought about that and me, which would be kind of nice, and I don't even know when I'm really going to stop with mods, because obviously it's nothing long term. It's not a job either, right? I don't have a job. If you couldn't tell me recording this on a Monday morning at 8 a.m. Honestly, I don't have it even in my. I don't know them by heart. So to me, it would be the one of Tricky. Actually, can you tell Tricky's my favorite character? Jesus fucking Christ. It would be mine with Tricky actually going kind of berserk for the first time. I think it's 4 or 5, where he just kind of actually for the first time becomes a threat instead of just being the guy who just keeps dying out of nowhere. Why did you start making mods for Friday Night Funkin'? It's just basically me liking the game, and me seeing the tweet about them adding Hank or having Pico on into the cassette girl, and someone else. I feel bad for not remembering who it was. It's been a while. It's been 3 months. And then I said hey, I could do something too. So I just started drawing sprites, just booted up out of Animate, and just got a few people. There we are. Not big of a reason. I just thought it would be fun, which it was. What gave you the idea, and how did you start as an artist? Well, again, the idea came from Phantom Arcade posting a picture of concept art or whatever for some characters they want to add. Hank was on there and was Tricky would be cool too, so I did it. As to how did you start? Wait, how did you start as an artist? What do you mean how? What the fuck is that? I got a piece of paper and I did the funny lines on it. That's pretty what I did back when I was 12. I'm guessing you mean as more of a serious artist on online in this case. I just started out with a really shitty tablet and then just drew whatever the fuck I wanted, right? And I never really got anywhere with it. I never really posted much to begin with because it was bad. It was bad. I made concept art for myself, made a lot of art for myself that no one else knows. And at some point I just kind of started throwing it out, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Patience, a little bit of determination, I guess, but more so patience and just having fun doing it. When did you start making animations? Not very long ago. I started out with some random fucking characters I came up with and just made animations with it, or sprite animations. I did one for Mook and Stat and me. I'm sorry, which never got to see the light of day. And at some point, again, Friday Night Funkin' came around, had simple enough animations. I never really got into it seriously, never whipped out Adobe Animate. So this kind of got me to do it. And yeah, it's a good start, I'd say. It's a good start. But yeah, before that, I didn't really do shit. I just drew. What is your opinion on Cheerios? We don't have them where I live. We don't have a lot of variety when it comes to cereal in particular. Who is this Tricky person? Watch Madness Combat. That's where Tricky is from. There's a link in the description. Click on it, it will take you to a playlist by Crinkles. When was the first time you actually held a girl's hand? It's a big accomplishment and I want to know when. Your mom doesn't count. Back when it was probably like 18. I know you don't expect me to seriously answer that, but here you go. Fucking hell. What did you do or work on before making Madness mods for Friday Night Funkin'? I haven't done much before that. Again, just drawing shit randomly, nothing major. Projects I kind of started and threw away again, like, you know, a comic, another time was a cartoon, like a you know, what do you call it, a pilot, but never anything got finished, right? Did you ever think your mod was going to blow up like it? And how are you taking it now? The first time it actually, it actually got anywhere, like it kind of went big with numbers. I couldn't really believe it. I had to recheck the website a few times. And it's still, you know, even if of course you can just say it's just a mod and it's just the internet. I get that. But it still reached a lot of people, and apparently a lot of people had fun with it, or some still do. And it's a good feeling, right? It's a good feeling, and I hope everyone is still gonna have fun and is gonna like the update whenever that comes out. But yeah, it's a huge deal for me. It's huge for me. Do you have anything else to add to the mods library in any time in the future? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Can I ask who did Tricky's vocals or what plugin/software you used for his voice? His vocals sound astonishing and fit his character so well. I'd like to know a person or process behind it. I actually did ask Rosebud recently because I saw this question before I went to bed. Because I actually didn't know. He says he's using Ableton. Don't know what the fuck that is, but here you go. As to who did the vocals, it was me.
You basically just have to go with Imperfect Cell.
Kinda, you know, and just as if he was chain smoking and to just, you know, be loud. That's how I did the Chuck thing for Retrospector as a joke, and you know, he did it. How long have you been doing art for? In a serious form, it's been like since I was 14. I'm 24 now, so 10 years. Before that, it was obviously just a kid doing scribbles. That's as easy as I can answer that. Can we have a sneak peek of Phase 3? No! I actually did want to reveal something again, but I was advised not to. Because, you know, they might want to do changes. Because, again, it's still early in state of music. So far, I've been pretty much, you know, one of the... I've been pushing, you know, I've been doing Tricky a lot, and I haven't really stopped a lot of work. I didn't take a break, right? I just worked on it until it was finished. So I have a huge head start in front of everyone else. So, which one's better, Sanford or Deimos? Sanford. I like both. Both are cool boys, but Sanford just has that hook, and you know, that's pretty cool. What's the hardest part of modding, or what's the most time-consuming part? The hardest part is drawing the sprites for the first time, right? Doing concept art isn't very hard because you can just scribble it and then color it or like shade it or whatever. It's not a huge deal. But if you once you do sprites in Adobe Animate, you gotta be more precise, you know, to actually make it have a good, decent quality. And that's always the hardest part, at least for me, to make, you know, the lines good. And as for the time-consuming part, it's same thing probably. Why did I even think about that? Every time I see you in Discord, it's like 6 hours plus in Clip Studio Paint. So what does it take to you to get to take a break? Okay, you're misinformed. Everyone is. I've been getting this question a lot, honestly, just like in Discord and messages by friends. I'm not actually on Clip Studio Paint all the time. I have it opened, yes, and I have like Discord saying that, but it's not true. I'm not that much on Clip Studio Paint. Some people that might have like the thought that I'm non-stop working. That's not the case. All right. I usually spend like maybe 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours on one of the programs like Adobe Animate or Clip Studio Paint, but that's it. That's not more than that, because I don't want to burn myself out too much, and I would just want to have fun in the day too. So it's not me just being non-stop on it. That's not the case. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's sweet, but don't worry about it. Greetings. Which program you use to make your animations? Also, you're making great work. Well, thank you. And it's Clip Studio Paint for the concept art, to get the positions I want down to just, have a reference to it. And Adobe Animate to draw the sprites because it's vector graphics, It's just good. How do you feel knowing your mod is the reason the Madness Combat community was revived? I wouldn't go that far. But yes, even Crinkles has notified me and thanked me for doing it. I didn't expect all that. I just made it just for fun. I made it because I liked Madness Combat. I loved Newgrounds because, again, I was one of those kids back in the day that was too young for it, but was still lurking on Newgrounds, playing Flash games and watching animations he was too young for. But I still did it, and Madness Combat was one of those that I remembered, and that's why I did it. And I don't think I revived anything. I just think I just brought some light onto it. And I hope people actually do watch the series when they like Tricky, right? I hope they do get to watch the series because it deserves attention. Crinkle still makes episodes, and he's even making a full video game for it that you'll be able to buy on Steam called Project Nexus 2. Oh no, wait, it's just called Project Nexus. I'm sorry. Favorite Newgrounds character? That would probably be Dad and Me. I know. Dad and Me was just like a joke thing they did. And it was just one or two games. Well, 2 games if you count Chainsaw the Children, but like Dad and Me was like one game with both of them, and it's a big cult following. Like you see him a lot in Newgrounds. He's everywhere, and there's something about him that I really love. And again, I really want to make a mod about them too, with like Chainsaw as their vocals. But it would be sick. That's my favorite. To answer your question, Gromit Mug, yes or yes? Yes. Gromit Mug is eternal. Which mod is your favorite to play? I don't even play that game that much because I'm pretty shit at rhythm games. I'm awful at them. I can't even beat my old mod on easy, right? I can't even beat most of the hard modes in the vanilla Friday Night Funkin' game. Probably Hex though. Hex I had a lot of fun with, and Hex is cool. Hex is based. How did the mod take place? Well, again, it's me seeing the concept art by Phantom Arcade, and then I reached out to Sock, who made Witty, and then she sent me to someone else, and that someone sent me to Kate Dev, and Kate Dev sent me to Rosebud and Seevil, and then Kate Dev just kinda slid into the project midway through. Are you planning on making any harder mods? I really enjoyed Tricky. Okay, that's something I really want to touch upon. Difficult doesn't mean fun. Difficult doesn't mean good. I like difficulty in video games. That's a hard stop. I like difficulty in video games. It would be boring if it was baby piss easy. Pokemon. But sometimes there's a too difficult, and sometimes there's a difficulty that is just annoying. To me, that's like the ballistic thing with Witty. I love the Witty mod, right? I think it's a great mod. But ballistic to me, I guess suffered. I hate saying that because they just went like, "Oh, make it faster, right?" And of course, for some people, that's not true at all. It's up to taste. But that's like what the feeling I got, right? So yes, Tricky will have something about him that is going to be, borderline impossible for some people. But I don't plan on making mods afterwards just for the sake of, making it difficult. For example, the Castle Crashers thing will have some difficulty to it, but it's mostly going to be focused on having a good time and being fun. I think that's just the thing that I think video games should be in general. It should be about fun and having a good time, just vibing with the boys. Favorite game and why? Used to be League of Legends before it went to shit. Used to be Pokemon because it became worse and worse over the years. At this point, probably like Rayman 3, like Hoodlum Havoc. It's a lot of fun. Every time I think of that game, I think of fun. It's a great game. I love that one. That's basically it. Those aren't all the questions. I know there's like some questions that I haven't answered. Some things that are borderline fucking retarded, so I didn't even fucking answer those. and some they kind of overlap each other at times. But yeah, I hope I answered some bigger questions that people had, if they had any. As like a little information, yes, I say it again. I'm done with Tricky, and I'm gonna in the next few days or like months I guess, I'm gonna work on the Castle Crashers thing. Depending on if I actually finally find a fucking job in real life, it will be about the same pace. I do take like a short break now because again I've been working on Tricky non-stop for the last few weeks, and I just want to kind of calm down for a bit because I also like I moved. And I just kind of want to live, just kind of want to get to live in my new place. And I didn't put the weights behind me there on purpose. All right, I didn't try to flex or anything. There's just a big open space, and I want to use that to actually do something. All right, shut the fuck up. I noticed someone's already gonna tell me about this. But yeah, I don't know what to do after Castle Crashers. I don't know if I'm gonna make more mods afterwards. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone that has been enjoying the mod that I've made for Friday Night Funkin'. Thank you very much to the team of Friday Night Funkin' to making the game in the first place. It's a great love letter to Flash games in general, and I've been enjoying it ever since they made it. Because not only was it fun to make the mod, but it also got me to move out of my ass to actually work on something for once and finish it. And it brought me new friends. Like, I didn't even think it would happen, but yeah, I made new friends on the way. I've talked to people that I've looked up to back in the day, still do to some extent. Like, Crinkles and Tom Fulp, Mind Chamber. But yeah, that's thank you very much, and I hope you look forward to what we'll make in the future, because I certainly do. Yeah, and if you want to keeping up to date about everything related to this, you can follow me on Twitter, or you can subscribe to this channel. I do plan on uploading shit, so yeah, have a good one.